to welcome you to fulfilling
Miembros de
the
la
prophecy
familia
of the reunion of the
humana,
condor,
estoy feliz de
Quetzal,
darles la
eagle,
bienvenida.
reuniting continents with
Estamos
collective
uniendo
constellations and
continentes,
sacred sites.
coleccionando
Part 2.
los continentes
Yesterday,
y sitios
the
sagrados.
ceremonies were held across Mexico,
Ayer las
The Hague,
ceremonias
in
se
Ireland,
hicieron alrededor de
and
México,
messages were received.
Irlanda,
And today we're going to hear those. And I'd like
y
to
queremos
thank so much
escucharlos.
Anne-Marie
Las gracias,
and Angela
Anne-Marie,
Forrest Pontes, Rodrigo,
Ángela Fontes,
Martinez
Rodrigo,
Romero of the Hague Center, and our dear sister, our international coordinator for Four Worlds, Adriana Alvarez, who is down in ceremony in Palenque, can't join us today.
que
This is
espero que nos
truly a
pueda unir hoy.
fulfillment of the prophecy of the reunion of the condor, the Quetzal, and the eagle.
La profecía de
In
unir el
2016,
cóndor,
on April
el
22nd,
águila, el quetzal.
after a 7-year process across the Americas, consulting with indigenous peoples,
Después de un
we
proceso de
developed this
7
treaty
años
to
de
protect and
consultar
restore
con
Mother
los,
Earth. I want to read Article 1
los
of
seres
what we
indígenas.
proposed and what we believe needs to happen.
Quiero
We,
leer.
the members of the human family, commit to protecting and restoring the sacred.
Nosotros, los miembros de
We
la
remind
familia,
ourselves and our human family
nos
through
cometemos
our
y
sacred
protegemos
prayers,
a
songs, ceremony, and our ancient prophecies that Mother Earth is our sacred provider of life,
que la
not a
madre
limitless
tierra
dump for our waste here
es
only to satisfy our
la
appetite
creadora de
for the
vida,
material dimensions of life. Restoring the sacred includes
restaurando los
preserving and
sagrados,
protecting sacred sites
incluye
worldwide
restaurar
and
los
returning
sitios
sacred
sagrados
heirloom objects
del
taken
mundo.
from their rightful owners. In the last part, we will return these sacred sites and
Hermano
objects
Rodrigo, está doble la
their
traducción y está
original-
confusa, disculpen.
we will return these sacred sites and objects to their original cultural and spiritual purposes. Exactly what's happening here. And so, to mark this sacred event, I want to sing a song of our sacred white buffalo calf woman. It's our most foundation song. What it says, Chinupa Kile Wakanyalo Wayankie. So what it's saying is the mineral, the plant, the animal, the human, all is sacred. The bowl of the pipe, all the mineral relatives, water, earth. The stem, all our plant relatives. With all our bundles, we have represented the animal relatives. They're sacred. And then, of course, when you put that pipe together, the bowl is womankind. The bowl is Mother Earth. The stem represents man. When these come together, they create life. And from that life, you have the pipe with its mouth here, represents the human being. We're sacred. All is sacred. We'll sing this song as a way to mark the great ceremony that have been held. Wayankie. 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 Ganupa Kile. Wakayelo. Wayankie. 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 Ganupa Kile. Wakayelo. Wayankie. Ho. Shukmano Hemedo. Chinupasaba Hemedo. How Michante Washde. Ho. It'll be a great day. Looking forward to hearing the messages that are being given to us from the Creator through these ceremonies. How Michante Washde.
Thank you so much, Brother Phil. Thank you for your warm welcome and your blessings. And I would like to actually ask if Ingrid, you could spotlight the team that has been working together with me and with Angela and with Adriana since we joined this fulfillment of the prophecy at the fire ceremony, actually in December 2020, in this global fire ceremony room, but we started with World Unity Week 2021.
Is there anyone else, Anna-Marie?
Montserrat. I put her there. Thank you. And then Adriana, of course, is key in our midst. So this is the group. We've come from different continents, different places around the world, and we have different practices. And we have been practicing to understand each other, to listen. Rodrigo's played, and now also Gildy is playing an important role to help us even understand each other with the translation. And this, for us at the Hague Center, we see that we're so aware of the work that we do within ourselves, within our small team, within a larger team, the larger team. So it goes fractally in that sense. And the practice that we do to come together, we hope that you can feel that some of that also ripples out in the ways, which is including holding questions that we just don't know how to solve certain things or to bridge or to cross. But the intention is always there to deeply listen. Thank you. I would now like to pass on the word to Angela. So we'll de-spotlight the team to share what we have been doing for this, what we are naming the 5th constellation, because we have been doing 4 others before we came to this one for this winter solstice. So Angela, please, I hope you have been able to hear a little bit what we have been sharing through the translation, and otherwise we'll take a pause. But maybe you can share a bit more what has been going on in the different sites in the Americas, in Mexico, Costa Rica, Canada, and then we will share later also what went on in Europe at the other side of the ocean.
Gracias. Buenos días a todos. ¿Me escucho?
Good morning to everyone. Can you listen to me?
¿Me escuchan?
Yes.
Gracias.
Sí, perfecto,
Pues,
Angelita.
muchas gracias. Pues un honor compartir con ustedes este trabajo desde el alma, desde el corazón.
From the heart,
En especial el lugar que ocupa México y otros países, pero México en especial, porque tiene esta energía de sanación, de reunificación, de una nueva conciencia para la humanidad. Es por eso que la visualización llevó que fuera desde los sitios ceremoniales más antiguos y más profundos de nuestros pueblos. Es así como hoy desde México se ha convocado a círculos que activen la energía de reunificación, de sanación de nuestra Madre Tierra, lo que permitirá que cada día tengamos más hermanos y hermanas despiertos en una nueva conciencia. Al hacer la convocatoria, en México se activaron alrededor de 30 centros o sitios de poder, sitios ceremoniales.
About 30 sites were activated.
Y hay 4 aprendizajes, 4 mensajes que se activan desde estos sitios.
For learnings that are activated from these sites.
Uno de ellos es
One of them
todos los sitios ceremoniales
is
fueron grandes portales
were great portals
para unir
to unify
el cosmos
the
y la
cosmos
Madre Tierra.
and Mother Earth.
Y que no solo vamos a poder sanar a la Madre Tierra y reunificar a la hermana humanidad,
And that not only we will be able to
que
heal
los
Mother
sistemas,
Earth and reunify humanity,
los grandes emporios transnacionales
the great emporiums,
han
transnational
querido que nos
emporiums,
dividamos, que nos confundamos. La Madre Tierra y sus hijos
Mother Earth and
volverán a ser uno.
children will
Se
be one
activará
again.
la hermandad, la unidad,
Brotherhood will be activated and unity will be
y se podrá
activated.
hablar de una reunificación de los pueblos
And we can
en una profunda
about
hermandad.
reunification.
El trabajo
All
deberá
humanity.
hacerse desde los sitios
The work
sagrados
should be done from the sacred
de
side
nuestras más antiguas familias.
of our oldest families.
Esta armonía que estamos buscando desde los pueblos
Harmony
originarios
that we are searching,
no debe ser
the
interrumpida
original cultures should not be interrupted
por la globalización.
by globalization.
Justo es donde no ha llegado la globalización.
This is where globalization
Por eso nos
has
mantenemos vivos,
arrived. This is why
mantenemos nuestra sabiduría
them
ancestral
alive. We keep our
en
ancestral
todos los
wisdom
temas.
in every theme.
El sitio más importante
The most
de las
important
Américas
site in
y
America,
que está vivo es Cholula.
and that is
Es el
alive,
sitio
Cholula,
base más grande y más poderoso,
the most
según los
powerful
estudios de
base
nuestros
site
antepasados.
according to
Y
the
desde ahí se
studies
activó
of ancestors. And from there it was
esta gran
activated,
energía densa,
this great dense
se
energy.
activó su sanación, su iluminación, su
It was
fuego principal.
activated, so
Y
its
eso ocurrió
healing
ayer,
and its illumination.
porque se
This
cumplen los
occurred
ciclos
yesterday,
milenarios en
because
Cholula.
millenary
Y desde ahí
cycles have
tuvimos
been
la intención
culminating. And from there we had the intention,
milenaria,
the millenary
mundial,
intention,
planetaria,
the
de
world
activar todos los
planetary
centros de
intention
poder
to activate
desde nuestros pueblos más antiguos.
all power centers.
Tiene que ver con
our
la
oldest
constelación más
It has
mundial
to
que la
be
nuestra,
It has to
una
be
constelación cósmica
a
que
cosmic
tiene que ver también
constellation
con la constelación de Orión.
with Orion constellation.
México cuenta con una área, un territorio que son las 7 luminarias.
Mexico has an area
Esa es la
which is
segunda
called the seven
territorio más
luminaries
importante que ocurrió ayer, una
That is the
activación
second
con nuestra hermana Alejandra Aguilera,
territory that
que se
occurred
encuentra
here
dentro de esta sala.
with our sister.
A ella venían muchos mensajes de amor, de ese amor divino,
There were many in
que
her.
es
There were many
importante invocar,
messages of
convocar para
divine
toda la
love
humanidad.
that are
Vamos a darle en un
important
momento
to
la palabra.
express to all humanity.
Y
We'll
después
give her
también un grupo de
the word
hermanas
later.
coordinadas por la abuela Tonalmi en Palenque,
Grandmother Tonalmi in Palenque
custodiadas también por nuestra hermana Adriana.
was also
Hicieron una gran apertura de ese sitio ceremonial de poder tan
was
bello que tiene México en Chiapas.
they made a ceremony
Otras familias se
Chiapas
reunieron en
with
Teotihuacán
Adriana.
y también recibieron
Other
los mensajes
groups were
de amor,
reunited in
de
Teotihuacan
hermandad,
and
de
received
liviandad
messages of love,
y de paz.
peace, and livianity.
El mensaje que recibimos
The
desde
message
Cholula
that we received
Puebla,
from
México,
Puebla, Mexico,
es cuidar a la Madre Tierra,
is to take care of
continuando
Mother
haciendo esta terapia sistémica para ella. considerando que es un ser vivo y que con la intención, sumándola al mismo tiempo desde sitios ceremoniales de poder, lograremos una masa crítica que permita la nueva conciencia, donde todos tengamos que ver con el cuidado de la Madre Tierra, en un camino evolutivo para apoyarla a nuestra Gran Madre en este proceso de ascensión a nuevas dimensiones cósmico-planetarias. También llegó que es muy importante la intención que va a sembrar cada ser vivo en su corazón, poniendo esta intención de alta vibración de sanación y de rectificación en un campo mórfico de inteligencia mayor. Por resonancia llegará a todos los territorios. Esto hará que cada día más tengamos el despertar de la conciencia, una conciencia evolutiva, de hermandad, de unidad. Y ahora quisiera comprometernos, pedirles que nos comprometamos a continuar este trabajo, esta terapia sistémica a nuestra Madre Tierra. El día 21 de marzo estaremos conectándonos con distintos grupos del mundo, este equipo maravilloso, este equipo circular donde no hay nadie que liderea, este equipo que está a favor de cuidar la vida en la tierra, de cuidar a nuestros pueblos para respetarlos y admirar, celebrar la sabiduría ancestral que conservan, que custodian. 21 de marzo, 21 de junio, 21 de diciembre, estaremos nuevamente abriendo nuestro corazón para hacer este trabajo desde los sitios de poder. Así que profundamente agradecidos en México y las Américas por todo este trabajo que pudo contenerse, sostenerse, impulsarse. Saludamos así a Brasil, que se conectó. Saludamos así también al Perú, saludamos a Bolivia, saludamos a Costa Rica, a Colombia, a Guatemala, y todos los sitios que se conectaron en México, que tiene que ver con Teotihuacán, Cholula, Valle de Bravo, San Miguel de Allende, distintos puntos en Guanajuato, destacando el de 7 luminarias en Valle de Santiago, en Mérida, en Tabasco, aquí en la Ciudad de México, en distintos sitios ceremoniales, destacando Cuicuilco. A cada uno de estos grupos agradecemos profundamente sus hallazgos, sus mensajes recibidos de nuestros hermanos no solo terrestres, sino de los centros intraterrenos y los centros cósmicos. Mi corazón está esperanzado porque sé que se movió una gran parte de la energía densa que tenía este planeta y que va impulsando y que va empujando a este nuevo despertar de la conciencia planetaria, cósmico-planetaria. Esas serían mis palabras, con profunda gratitud a Diana Claire, a Anne-Marie, a Rodrigo, a Gilde, a Anne-Marie, a Adriana, por supuesto, y a nuestra hermana Montserrat, que abrió en Costa Rica. Diana Claire. Pues todo un gran equipo que está atrás de este impulso de tener una reunificación, de tener una sola luz que
this
nos ilumine en el camino a toda la humanidad. Este será un esfuerzo quizá muy pequeñito,
the way to all humanity.
pero que si continuamos
This is a great
irá
effort,
incrementando este
reunited
amor
effort
divino que
to
necesitamos cada
increase
uno de
this
los
divine
seres vivos
love,
que habitan en este planeta y a nivel cósmico.
this
Gratitud
divine love
infinita.
of all the people who live here in this world.
Le
Thank you.
daríamos la palabra de manera muy breve a nuestra hermana Alejandra Aguilera, a nuestra hermana Montserrat, a nuestra hermana, si hay algún centro más de los que se activaron el día de ayer, son muy bienvenidas las palabras.
If there, we can give the word to other members
Claro
who
que
want to
sí.
speak.
La verdad es que
¿Verdad?
muy honrada y agradecida
It's very
que
honored,
el universo
grateful,
hubo una gran
universe
sincronía
with a
y bueno,
great
en lugar de estar en México, estoy en
symphony.
Costa Rica. El trabajo que se hizo ayer fue muy
Now I
profundo
am in
porque
Costa
Costa Rica es
Rica.
un lugar de gran poder.
The,
Es muy pequeño,
the
muy,
work
muy
was done
pequeño.
here was
En un
very
lugar
powerful. This is a
así,
very small place,
con estas dimensiones, les puedo decir que hay grandes portales.
but great
Tenemos
portals
básicamente, bueno, hay
in
aquí
this place.
9 volcanes que son cada uno de ellos
There are 9
grandes portales de
volcanoes
luz.
that are great
Y ayer
portals of light.
el trabajo que realizamos fue conectar estos
The work
portales,
that we did
activarlos
yesterday was to
para
connect
sanar a la Madre
portals,
Tierra y
heal
enviar
Mother Earth,
desde este lugar
and to send from
hermoso
this place, from this
a
beautiful
todo el planeta y al
to
cosmos,
the whole world,
uniéndonos
and the
con las
cosmos.
estrellas, con esta energía del
Uniting with the
universo.
stars,
Fue un trabajo
uniting with
muy
the
lindo.
universe.
Fuimos muy pocas personas
It was a beautiful
que tuve la
work.
oportunidad de contactar, no tuve mucho tiempo, pero sé que hubo más
People I
costarricenses
was able to
trabajando,
contact because I had just arrived to Costa
pero el
Rica.
trabajo que hicimos nosotros
But the
fue
work we
sumamente
did
lindo y
was
la percepción fue de gran poder, gran
beautiful,
fuerza
powerful, and
y mucho amor,
profound, and deeply
mucha
loving,
compasión para
very
toda la humanidad.
to all humanity.
Pues muchas gracias
Thank you
por
very
esta
much
labor
for this
desde el
work
corazón.
from the
Gracias.
heart. Thank you.
Nuestra hermana Aguilera.
Hermana Aguilera, Sister Aguilera.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias, hermanos y hermanas a nivel global.
Brothers and
Me
sisters
presento. Gracias, Ángela,
globally.
por la palabra y por la invitación. A mi
Thank
hermano
you for
Rodrigo, a
giving
mi hermana
me
Adriana.
the opportunity to
Representando la juventud. Una
representing
juventud que
young
está
people,
consciente,
young people
que
that
está
is
despierta,
conscious,
que
awake,
está amorosa ante estos
loving,
llamados de la humanidad.
listening to the calls
Tuve
of
la
humanity.
fortuna
I
de
had
estar
the
en las
great
7 luminarias
opportunity
en Guanajuato.
to be in one
Explico un
the
poco
7
porque
luminaries.
no son conocidas las 7 luminarias. Curiosamente es un portal
It is
que
a
ha
portal
sido,
that is not
me han
well known,
comentado, un portal muy importante, pero
but it
muy
is a very
escondido.
important portal.
Las 7 luminarias
7
en el estado
luminaries
de Guanajuato, en el centro de
Guanajuato,
México,
in
son
the
7
center of
volcanes.
México.
7 volcanes que están
7
alineados a la Osa Mayor, a la constelación de
united
la Osa Mayor.
to the constellation of the Big Bear.
Cuando llegó la invitación
When the
de la
invitation
hermana
arrived
Ángela,
from Angel,
me pregunté cuál sería el mejor momento, el mejor lugar para
which
estar
would be the best
conectados. Y
place to be
en
connected.
México, en muchos lugares ceremoniales,
In
tenemos
Mexico,
que pedir permiso para
in
estar
many ceremonial
haciendo lo que
sites,
nuestros
we need
ancestros
to
en
ask
esos
for
lugares
permission.
nos legaron, esos lugares sagrados.
The
Pero
ancestors.
en ese momento me llegó un mensaje de ir a las 7
In that
luminarias,
moment,
que son los
a
7
message,
volcanes que
I
están
received the
representando
message
lo que me comentó mi hermana Adriana, a la constelación de Orión. Entonces, fuimos un pequeño grupito muy chiquito. Específicamente, lo más relevante fue que llegaron muchos niños y muchas niñas que estaban en el lugar ya y que se asomaron, se acercaron con nosotros y nosotras para esta ceremonia. Lo más bello es que desde sus corazones se unieron a los cantos, tomando los tambores, tomando la iniciativa del canto, de la armonía. Los mensajes que llegaron estando ahí en este lugar fue, primero que nada, pues la unión del águila, el cóndor y el quetzal. Me ha llegado una plumita de cóndor en la que el mensaje principal ha sido la medicina del cóndor, la medicina del corazón. Entonces, ¿cómo podemos como humanidad bajar de la mente al corazón? El siguiente fue el portal corazón. Cómo expandir a partir de este momento, de este portal corazón, en ese lugar sagrado, cómo expandirlo en olas. Fue como estar adentro del cráter de un volcán y cómo eso se expandía en olas, conectados desde la vibración del corazón. Entonces, lo importante fue esta meditación que nos llevó al corazón y que se vio y se sintió como esta vibración desde este lugar se expandía en olas hacia el resto del planeta. Otra hermosa revelación fue el momento de conectar con el Padre Sol. Regresar al tiempo real, regresar al tiempo del cosmos, regresar a estas celebraciones de equinoccios, solsticios que nos han dejado nuestros ancestros y ancestras para conectarnos realmente, sincronizarnos con la Madre Tierra. Entonces, desde esta sincronización que tuvimos ayer, sentí esa conexión desde los portales cósmicos. Así que gratitud, estamos tejiendo, nos estamos uniendo. Estamos aquí en la profecía del águila, el cóndor y el quetzal. Muchas bendiciones. Muchas gracias. Ometeo. Ajo.
Thank you very much. Ajo.
Gracias, hermana. Pues hasta aquí dejaríamos nuestro compartir desde las Américas, honrando cada uno de los círculos que se activaron en nuestros países, desde Canadá hasta Patagonia, hasta Tierra de Fuego, y pendientes para nuestro próximo encuentro con los círculos de círculos en la constelación de sanación y rectificación, reunificación de nuestra hermana humanidad. Las profecías de nuestros pueblos originarios son un hecho. Hace muchos años que son un hecho. Estamos viviendo ya la profecía Cóndor, Águila, Quetzal, no porque estemos reunidos aquí, están siempre volando, surcando el mismo cielo. Desde hace mucho tiempo el águila, el cóndor y el quetzal, y mandando en expansión de conciencia hacia Europa y otros continentes. Así que vivamos la profecía, está viva hace mucho tiempo, solo con nuestros movimientos la nutrimos, pero están cumplidas. Necesitamos apoyarnos con nuestras energías cósmico-planetarias. También no solo estar pensando a nivel planetario, sino también estas fuerzas que nos nutren, como la fuente, el creador a nivel, le llamaban nuestros ancestros el gran espíritu. Con él, la madre tierra y nuestro corazón, ahí estamos haciendo la Trinidad en vida. Ometeo.
we are united. Ometeoti. So,
Regresaría la palabra a nuestra hermana Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, all of you, for this, this great work, this heartfelt sharing of what happened yesterday, and acknowledging that we also know it will continue to ripple out whilst we cherish this amazing encounters. If we cross the ocean, yesterday also in our morning, very early for the Americas, Juliet Duff went to do ceremony for us in an ancient site in Ireland. So I'll just, please stay here and we'll just add her to it. Juliet, please feel free to share what you received, or what you did. Perhaps you can just briefly share what you did in Ireland, knowing that you were also connecting to this larger field that we were in. So thank you for that. Thank you for taking that forward. Please go ahead.
Thank you, and thank you so much for that from the American. Am I mute? No. Thank you so much for that. Huh?
Go ahead. We hear you.
Thank you so much for that from the Americas. It's wonderful, this uniting of the continents. I left here. I live down in Cork, and I communed up with the nature spirits here. And we went in delegation. They told me they chose a leader, which was the water stream that runs through Gliana Fricon, and the overlighting Deva. And then we also had on the delegation, there was Mama Zara, which is a very big old tree. And that's where usually I have the communion. And Pan, and the stone and the rock elders, and Grandmother Beach, and the water flowing through. So I was to be I was told I was to be the spokesperson, and that they not to worry about anything, everything would just flow. I just needed to follow the guidance. So I was invited by a friend who lives nearby and stayed there, and we managed to get in, which was quite difficult because it was quite a convoluted path. That a lot of things were closed. When we got there, I found a place. I was led to go to the very back of the big monument, and told to put my forehead and my hands against the stone there. And our stone elder, I was invited to commune with the stone elder there, and I asked the elder to give me the message. And this is what was said, or communicated. We have waited thousands of years for this. It is the dawn of a new epoch for humanity, the earth, and all her life. As the sun rises on this dawn, so shall it be on beloved planet Earth. When humans realize the full power of love, they will know it is the greatest power there is. And that was it.
Thank you.
I send you all that with much love.
Thank you. That was very special, huh? Also to get that message. Thank you for going there and taking the time as well.
And I'll just say that when I returned back, it was sunset here. I And there was such a celebratory mood. It was like everything had lifted, that it really was a new time. And today as well, you know, there was dancing and singing down in the woodlands, just a great effervescence spirit of this for this time. Thank you.
Thank you. In the Netherlands, in Varik, was also a ceremony done. I don't know, Rodrigo, if you can easily share a little bit of that. He's translating, so maybe I could just share a little bit. It's from a very strong community that we are connected to here. Rodrigo, having been in the Netherlands, he's now in Mexico, but he is usually in the Netherlands, has joined them regularly as well. It's in a ferry house at the border of the watershed of the Waal. And there they have been doing ceremony for the earth, connecting, and they also connected with us. So that was very beautiful. I haven't heard yet what their message was. I am expecting that to be coming in one of these days. What we also did in agreement with the team, we said that at the Hague Center, we use the constellation work also in the Zoom space. So we create a sacred kind of room here, like we're doing here as well in the Global Fire Ceremony room, of course. And we listened to the field there to add to this different continents also this virtual global space. And there we spoke. And I'm going to please ask Diana Claire, our lead facilitator in that work and also part, of course, of this team, to share with us what we did yesterday as well and what the message was. Diana Claire, please. Go ahead.
Thank you all. So wonderful to hear the messages from all over. Wow. So yesterday we at the Hague Center did a collective constellation with participants from 6 locations and 2 continents held as a virtual sacred site. Open to the information and energy available while participating in the knowing field. We listened to the messages brought to us by Mother Earth, prophecy, the vision of the fulfillment of the prophecy, sacred sites, and indigenous peoples. These are the messages we received. The first was, listen in the silence. Listen deeply in the silence. So we'll take a moment to be in the silence. And Mother Earth said to us, I am everywhere. I encompass the space we know and spaces beyond what we know. Everywhere includes that I go very, very deep and I go very, very high. This vertical axis allows me to spread out everywhere. I am both consciousness and Mother Earth. We exist within each other, and we are not separate. Every part of me, as Mother Earth, is a sacred site available everywhere and anytime. We as participants experience that the virtual space is also a sacred site, allowing for global connections. Beyond sacred sites that have been named, there are those that are unnamed as yet. And we also remember that each of us is a sacred site. We remember, or we were reminded, that we are all indigenous to Mother Earth. And we as participants sensed much is in motion. Prophecy was a field of inquiry, and the fulfillment of the prophecy is also evolving. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana Claire. And this is, I would say, just a start, isn't it, Angela? There's so much more that we can be learning in the coming period. So we know that with this sacred work, it's not like, oh, the next day we can figure out the patterns and we'll know what we're going to do next. No, but we did feel we wanted to share what we could come up with in this global sacred fire room. And maybe we can take a few minutes to just ask all of you that have been listening now, how did you receive what we've been sharing? What is it that touched your heart? Is there something that you feel you would like to voice now, if that is even possible? Because we also know that with this sacred work, words are complicated. And I've learned from Sister Patricia that even the English language compared to the many native languages is even more complicated, because so often we have a kind of like polarity or duality already in the language. So one of the things I'm really trying to be aware of is when that happens. But yeah, when I just speak sentences, of course, I need to be told by those that are sensitive to that when it happens. I'm seeing Yaira Lobos put up her hand, but maybe we can just take a minute first before I give you the floor, and maybe we can put ourselves on gallery view, if that's okay, so that we can all see each other. And please feel free to put something in the chat, and we'll take a little time to have a few voices heard, but let's just first let it sink in. I'll stop speaking, we'll take a minute, I'll ring the bell, and then we'll have some sharing. What touched your heart when you listened to these sharings? Go ahead, Yaira. And please be aware of the time, but let's have some words.
Even thanks to all of you that are present here now and that we'll see this in the future. We acknowledge you all. We appreciate the words are filled with so much light and love. The biggest thing that I feel is a promise that we are the co-creators of what is to come. And without knowing, we as the divine feminine, the divine masculine on this planet of the 7 continents, we are the rainbow warriors, and we are here. I feel so excited that my body is highly activated right now, and it's just, shaking down the whole core of my body. And I feel very connected to the global movement. I am so honored and feel humbled through my own experiences of moving through the dark night of our own souls, overcoming so much ancestral trauma in my own Mexican mother's heritage, also my Italian father's heritage as a child that's been lost, and found myself back to the Sacred Heart, to the Sacred Hoop. I realized we are fulfilling all prophecies. And it felt so good to hear the words of not only the elders, but the youth from all languages, the vibrations of harmony and peace, of hope, of love, of light. So much gratitude for the divine tears that flow from all of us, for they are sacred. And I just want to give reference to something that was said that touched me so deeply that I never really considered on such a level, but that these virtual portals are now sacred. That's right. And so grateful that we can share ceremony here as well around the sacred sites of this world as we fulfill the prophecies of the eagle and the condor. I am in deep honor and gratitude of our relatives here. May we all continue to end human suffering, to birth a new earth. I am one of those children that gathered with others that were really lost, so I know that we're making a way. Thank you for your prayers, your love, and your light. Aho and ahe. I am complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else, please use the knob for the hand in the bottom if you want to share something. Jamin, welcome.
Thank you. And hello to everyone. Saludos a todos. Me da mucho gusto verlos por aquí. So good to see everyone here. I just wanted to share that I feel that those of us who have been called and shown a path towards this space that we're in right now, and these beautiful spaces where we congregate regularly, share a certain form of privilege, right? And those of us who are not here, our sisters and brothers who are not here and who have not yet found a way here, what can we do to bring all of our sisters and brothers together? ¿Qué podemos hacer para reunir a todas nuestras hermanas y hermanos, quienes no están aquí con nosotros, quienes no han encontrado esta vía para unir de esta manera tan linda? Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamin. Anybody else? Rodrigo, you want to speak? Please go ahead.
cannot be heard in Spanish.
Hey, Rodrigo, hold on a
Wait a
second.
minute,
You're just on
Rodrigo. The problem is
English
now that you are
interpretation
our
channel?
translator and you're speaking in English. So maybe you should be speaking in Spanish so that
it's
Gildy
just
can
he's
keep
in
translating you in English and the
he's
Spanish
in the
people can
channel
hear,
for the
the
Spanish
Spanish people
translation,
can
so
hear.
it's not coming into the
please,
main room.
I know,
Right.
thank you for speaking English to me, but it's Spanish that you should be speaking.
But we cannot hear him.
I think I have to take him out of the translator
hear him
because
very
he's in the channel.
Yeah, can you take me also out of the channel?
So this is in the Netherlands, in the watershed of the Waal, below sea level, at the ferry house, where every solstice and equinox a fire ceremony is held, and there are always strong connections with Mother Earth. Thank you. And actually, the owner of the, or not the owner, the leader of the ferry house, the servant leader, Henry Mentink, he went with a wheelbarrow full with earth from all kinds of different places and walked from the Netherlands to Paris to go to the UNESCO head office and to share and ask there for not for sacred sites to be put on the UNESCO list, but the whole of Mother Earth on the UNESCO list. And that is one of our big projects here in the Netherlands, that we are really trying to bring that forward.
Sister, one of the things that you might want to share, I put into chat, and that is about a 1 minute sharing that just received from Sister Adriana of the dancing down in Palenque. So it's in the chat. If somebody has that capacity to share that, I think it's quite an uplifting video.
Very good.
It is from a high point.
Thank you. How do we do that?
So it's
Rodrigo, can you do that, or does Ingrid do that? Ingrid, can you share that video? Is that the best way to do it? Or I don't know, Rodrigo, you did it just now, so maybe you can do that.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat. Just at the very bottom. There we go. Turn the sound down, probably.
Very beautiful.
There's sound there too. You have the sound?
Rodrigo, you need to select the share sound on your computer as well. I think the sound is coming through on the English translation channel and not on all of the broadcasting on all the channels. Is that correct? Was anyone having trouble hearing the sound?
No sound.
No sound at all. Okay.
I didn't hear any sound.
Let's try it again. I'll
it's-
try and share it from my side so that we can have the sound with it. Hang on a second.
Okay. And otherwise we'll have to do it in another way. can you share that? Thank you. That was wonderful. And Brother Wolf shared last night that he was there in the call with the connection between North-South with our sister Janice Hall, how there was a strong prayer for the will of humanity for the return to the light. He was there in the call with the connection between North-South. I'm hearing an echo. There was a strong prayer. Okay, so I'm aware of the time. This is just, as we said, this is just a little taste of what went on in this fifth constellation that we organized. We will be, as a team, continuing to sense into what is our next step that we can do to contribute, and to also see how we can indeed, like Jamin was asking, carry on to touch the hearts of those that are open and willing and would like to continue. The best way to keep connected is through the SIGN network and through the UpConvergence's communications channels. We will make sure that when we have some more clarity, that we will be sharing that. We are also in a process of creating a website so that you can learn more about all the former work that we did, the former constellations that were done before this fifth one here. We do know, well, up till now, we do know that we are, as Angela already shared, being called to do ceremony, constellations and ceremony again on the 21st of March. And it's all in preparation of a big event that we are planning to do in World Unity Week on the 21st of June. And our ambition there, and we invite you all to join us, our ambition is to make sure that we have some constellators at sacred sites. And remember, that can also be a sacred site that is not yet mentioned as a sacred site, but does come awake in all continents, and to share that and to see how that can support us to remember that we are all united, that we are, in one of my meditations when I was trying to, think about what is our next steps, I got this clear message that if we go deep down enough into the earth, all continents are connected. We just need to remember, and we need to manifest it in a way that we operate as humans, and that we respect, and that we bring together the light that can be everywhere. So join us if you feel called, join us like you're doing here. Very grateful for that, because the witnessing is just as important as the actions. And join us also to spread the news that we would like to have ceremonies and constellators on all continents by the 21st of June in World Unity Week. And thank you for the team behind the scenes that are making these convergences possible. What a great way. And gratitude so much, Ingrid, for you and for SIGN, for John and Becky, for everybody that is making it possible that we can connect with each other around here. And I don't know if you're still there, Brother Phil, if you want to do a little closing. I know the time is very much gone on. Then I suggest I just ring the bell 3 times, and that will be our closing. Well, maybe I ask Sister Angela to do something. Actually, that feels even more appropriate. So Ingrid, can you bring Sister Angela in? Yes, please. Angela, can you do our closing for us?
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very
Muchas
much.
gracias.
Thank you very much.
De manera muy breve pedimos
a brief way, we
cerrar
ask
sus hermosos ojos
to close your eyes, to close
y
your
conectar
eyes and
con
connect
esa gran fuerza
with this great
llamada la fuente,
called source,
llamada el gran espíritu, llamada el gran
the great
misterio.
spirit, the great mystery.
Traigamos esa fuente a nuestro corazón.
Let's bring this source to
Asimismo,
our heart.
traigamos desde el corazón de la tierra imaginariamente
Bring this
esa fuerza hasta nuestro corazón,
heart of
entrando
our
por
earth,
nuestras plantas de los pies.
which
El
is
gran espíritu,
in us,
la gran inteligencia entra por la parte superior de nuestra
Spirit
cabeza
enters from
y
the
se
top of
colocan
our
estas
head,
dos fuerzas en nuestro corazón.
and both forces are in
Atrás
our
de
heart.
nosotros pedimos que se coloquen todos
Behind,
nuestros ancestros,
we ask all
partiendo
our
de nuestros padres,
from
que
our
estén hoy en la vida,
parents,
en esta dimensión o hayan partido.
whether they are here in
Y
this
todas las
dimension or
generaciones
they
atrás de
have
nuestros padres,
transcended,
abuelos,
and all
bisabuelos,
generations behind,
tatarabuelos,
grandparents,
tatarabuelos,
great-grandparents,
75,000 generaciones atrás.
75,000 generations behind.
Coloquemos esas tres fuerzas,
Let's place
el
these
gran creador, Padre,
forces
Madre, la
of
Madre
great
Tierra
source,
y nuestros
Mother
ancestros.
and our
Y
ancestors,
desde nuestro corazón, uniendo estas fuerzas,
uniting these
lancemos en un
forces.
rayo verde
Let's send in a
esmeralda
green
a
emerald
todo
ray
el planeta,
to all the
esa
planets,
luz verde
this green
de
light
sanación, de rectificación de nuestros
of
vínculos,
healing, of rectification
de
of our
respeto, de inclusión. Ese
connections.
rayo está lleno de amor incondicional, de amor
This is a
divino.
ray full of
Y vayamos
unconditional
colocándole
love,
a cada
divine,
uno de los pueblos, a cada uno de los países,
and
a
let's
cada uno de los
locate this
continentes,
ray to
a todas las razas,
every
al
continent,
reino mineral, al reino vegetal, al reino
every
animal.
race, to all kingdoms,
Miremos cómo somos
animal.
uno, vibrando alto, vibrando en el
We are
amor
one,
divino.
vibrating in divine love.
Quedémonos con esa imagen
Let's stay with this
de
sense
nuestro planeta evolucionando,
of our planet evolving,
ascendiendo a una
ascend
vibración mayor.
to a higher vibration.
Y nuestro planeta se ilumina.
And our planet is
Y en cada
illuminated,
corazón de los niños, de los bebés,
heart of our
de los
children,
jóvenes, de los
of our
adultos.
babies, young people, and
Visualicen
adults.
esa llama verde de sanación
Visualize
en cada ser
this
vivo que es
green
sagrado.
flame, sacred
Visualicen
flame.
esa fuerza de vida
Visualize this life force
que lo ha llenado el Creador. Y en
that
esa
the
luz
Creator has brought.
compartamos
This light.
a otros seres fuera de nuestra galaxia
Impact other beings
esa
outside
vibración
of
en
the
resonancia.
galaxy. This vibration in resonance.
Gracias, Madre Tierra. Gracias,
Thank you,
Creador.
Earth. Thank
Gracias,
you,
Gran
Creator.
Espíritu. Aquí
Thank you,
estamos,
Great Spirit.
tus hijos,
We are here, your children,
muy atentos y al servicio
very attentive and in
para
service
rectificar, para sanar.
to rectify, to heal
A toda la humanidad, tomados de la mano
all humanity,
y desde nuestro
hand in
corazón,
hand, from
unidos
our
en un solo latido,
united
porque somos un
just
solo corazón,
one heart.
somos un solo ser viviente.
We are one living
Gracias, Padre,
being.
gracias, Madre.
Thank you, Father,
Ajo.
Mother,
Tlaxcocamatic.
Ajo.
Y de esa manera cerramos
And this way we close
por ahora este espacio y
for
les
now,
pedimos que
this
con
day.
ese gran amor, esa luz verde
Yes,
sanadora,
filled with this great
reunificadora,
love
nos
and
volvamos
this
a conectar en las actividades
reunificating
para
flame
que cada uno de los seres vivos
to
tomen esta
connect
nueva conciencia,
so that
se
every
despierten,
human
despertemos juntos
be awakened
a esta nueva tierra con una nueva humanidad.
and connect
hermanadas en unidad.
This in brotherhood, united.
Gracias, Anne-Marie.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Y gracias a todos los que hicieron posible esto.
All of you who made this possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. And I would like to also really thank
I just stopped the live stream, Anne-Marie. Just so you know, I just stopped the live stream. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to say thank you to Sister Adriana, who is not here, but is very present here, of course, as well. So I just wanted to bring in her presence in gratitude. And yes, and we make space for the next steps. But thank you all for joining us. Let's take off the spotlights, Ingrid, and just put an overview that we can see everybody and say goodbye. Yes. Thank you all for joining us.
Blessings to all.